Ali Shah joining us. Major Shah, now when we're talking about the POK, we've been on NewsX as well discussing the reintegration plan of POK, of course filling the seats as well. Do you think it's time now that action be made and that in fact the government, like Rajnath Singh said, has been talking about proposals to ensure that POK is reclaimed by India?
Yes, Aarti, absolutely. It's about time. We must reclaim our land. The POK was ours, very much was ours. It is ours. It will remain ours forever. There's no question about that, and no one should have a doubt about that. People across the border in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir themselves are protesting against Pakistan. They want to get back to India. In fact, the senior journalist from Pakistan, Arzu Kazmi, she even tweeted her with quoting a tweet. She wrote, "Vaat laga di Dadaji." That was her words. By saying that they are suffering because their sisters moved across. I mean, so it was the people basically who want to join back to India, and they are suffering. The people in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, there is no water, electricity, no energy, no power. They are protesting. It's inhuman. The kind of water they get sometimes is from the sewers. It is actually inhuman. The kind of attention Pakistan has actually been able to do gross injustice to them. I don't know what they get by just grabbing the land and not looking after the people over there. So Mr. Rajnath Singh has rightly said about getting back our POK. We have passed three such rulings. We passed a resolution in Parliament. He's mentioned this. He has mentioned such valid points, and of course, everyone should listen to that. We can easily get it by force. There's no question about it. We can do it very early also. There have been statements issued by the Army Commander, Northern Command, by the Corps Commander, by the top brass. But we can do it by force, but we do not want to do it right now. We will do it when the time is right, the top brass has said. Now the very fact, whenever they get orders, they will get it back forcefully, but then it's better when you can resolve an issue peacefully than getting into firing and bloodshed and killing. So I hope Pakistan is sensible enough, because they are going through a very bad crisis right now. I hope they're sensible enough to actually hand back over. I'm not saying surrender. I'm saying give back whatever belongs to us. You can't illegally take something and keep it indefinitely with yourself. So I think hats off to Defence Minister, Mr. Rajnath Singh. He has said the right words completely, and I'm sure the entire nation is going to concur with that.
Right, Major Shah, now when it comes to reintegration of POK, what do you think the first plan of action should be, the immediate priorities?
Well, when it comes to reintegration of POK, let's take a situation where we have got back POK. First would be affirmative action for the people of POK, they definitely. Though I am not much into this affirmative action, I feel that if you are into reservation, then if you have it, if you are good, you are good. But we have to understand the fact they have been deprived for too long. Pakistan has not been able to look after them at all. In fact, they've given them much worse than a stepmotherly treatment, in fact. So we have to give them affirmative action. We have to have certain reservation for them. We have to give them the initial push. Thereafter, we have to show them the way. Thereafter, they are on their own. I totally agree with them. So, secondly, the land of, we had abrogated Article 370 and 35 Alpha. That's, I think, a very, very good step. We integrated entire Kashmir into India. Similarly, more job opportunities would open over there, and more land people are open to buying land. That's a different thing that people are a little skeptical at the moment. They're warming up to the idea slowly and gradually, I'm sure. Soon it will be. We had a G20 meeting in Srinagar recently where it was a start. 60 members were there, 60 people were there, more than 60 delegations were there. And there were close to 20 countries which had participated. So it's most certainly for the good sign. Similarly, when we integrate POK into India, we can, keeping the security in mind, later on we can have a bigger event. In the army, we do area domination patrols. Area domination is what? For example, I'll give you a small example over here for everyone to understand. If you have a plot in Delhi or in Haryana side, somewhere, and if you keep it vacant for way too long and you have not inspected it, the neighbor or somebody would come and illegally occupy it, and they will not vacate it. It happens most of the time. But if you have frequented that place, if you have put a boundary, put a door, if you said not for trespassers would be prosecuted, people often do that, right? So there the chances of illegally occupying somebody would be less. Similarly, now POK has been illegally occupied by Pakistan, and we have to have our events over there, like the way we had the G20 summit in Srinagar. Similarly, we have to show that area domination of that area.
Right. Absolutely.